I'm Trishit and I'm part of Makers Asylum Innovation School. And for my final project, I worked on solving the problem of pigeons entering your gallery, entering your window, your balcony. Basically, the pigeon problem that everybody in major cities and who has apartments or even bungalows, they have this problem. And there are existing solutions to this problem, but nobody wants to buy like a 7 crore apartment and then put a shabby.
Why was this problem so dear to you? Why?
So,
tell me about that.
Okay. So in my room, my study desk faces the window, and what's annoying is that I have about 30 pigeons come into my window like every single time, and then they leave the entire balcony in a mess. So there is shit on like the front and the back side of the window. The back side of the window is like impossible to clean with the shit over there, and it's there on the floor as well. So it's like so many times I've just opened the door, walked up in the balcony, and then there's like goo on my feet, and it's like the most annoying feeling ever. So and I didn't want to put a net in my balcony because it blocks the entire view that you've got, and it's really shabby. Like, I don't like it personally. So what if there was some way we could come up with an efficient solution to like stop these pigeons and in some other places other birds as well, like crows. So that's where we came up with the idea of bird sense. And the idea behind bird sense is to keep something very, very discreet, something that you wouldn't typically notice in a balcony, but it does its job by preventing these birds and pigeons and these crows, etc., from entering your balcony. And the way this works is, this is our version 1. It's the third prototype, and it's based on 2 PIR sensors, motion sensors, and what it does is it basically detects movement on the outer side of your balcony, and using 2 sensors, it basically gives you a much more accurate detection of an incoming bird. And after the bird has been detected, what we do is we play ultrasonic frequencies from say all the way up to like 20 kilohertz to 30 or 40 kilohertz. And these frequencies are not audible to you and me, so we wouldn't even notice if this device is working. And what's great about this is that you can't see that, like, you can just like hide the device on like one corner of your window frame, and like you wouldn't even notice it, and it'll still do its job by preventing the bird from coming to your house.
That is awesome.
Nice.
So tell me a little bit more about how did you come up with this problem statement, or what helped?
So the problem statement was there. I didn't realize, I could have done something about it at first. So it just popped up, and then I think Weber sir was the one who I was talking to, and he's like, that's a great problem, and that's how it all started. And yeah, so we had like multiple solutions for this problem, alright, but we weren't focused on the solution. We were mainly focused on, solving the problem, which is a great thing that I learned over here at Makers Asylum. So usually when you have a problem, a lot of us just directly approach it by, like jumping onto solutions. Like, for instance, okay, we could use, say, image recognition, we could use this, we could use that. But the problem is, what really matters is creating a solution that is the simplest, alright? It has to be as simple as possible, it has to be as cost effective as possible, it has to be as feasible as possible. So the more convenient and the more practical you make it, the better it is. So, yeah.
Awesome. Good. And when you talk about simplicity over there, actually, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Anything else that we're going to add, like your time in Goa, or in general your time as part of the program?
So in an online environment, I was kind of struggling with this because, if you had a problem, you would have to like wait a day, or it takes time for solving these problems. And then what happened was I had this discussion with my mom, and then he's like, why don't we just go to Goa? And then we came to Goa. I was there for a week and I had a blast. I was there from about 10 o'clock in the morning to 6 to 7 o'clock in the evening, and I have just enjoyed like the entire time. And it's amazing. I mean, Makers Asylum and Goa at the same time. So that's like huge.
It's like a fun place to be.
Yeah, it's a fun place. Plus, all the people are so
Nice.
warming. Welcoming.
Nice.
And warm.
Thank you. Any other questions, Richard?
No, and I also want to sort of understand with you, like, while of course it was online, but did it work to an extent? Because of course I know you came to Goa, but like, because a lot of people can't just, come to Goa sometimes, So
Yeah.
what worked for you in the online format?
So in the online format, what I liked was kind of in a way convenience, because it was easier to like reach out to everybody, because I think overall as COVID struck, the lockdown came, everybody's online presence like grew. Like by online presence I mean that we could reach out to somebody, which was a little difficult before, because when I was in the space like for about 2-3 days before the lockdown was announced, usually you do whatever you can the first day, and then if you have any doubts while you're at home, you just have to wait till the next time you meet. But then after the lockdown, it was just like give your this thing, so just a call and then you're sorted. So that was easier, but the only problem with that was you're not physically there, and I think that makes a huge impact, because there are some very, very small details about how you go about to like prototyping, etc., that you can't learn on an online environment. You can just learn in by experience and hands-on work. And I feel the best thing about Makers Asylum is the space that it provides. So that was the only thing that was missing.
Awesome.
Yeah, so.
Oh, that's okay.
Good.
But then you can always come to Goa for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.